No, I'm so happy Drake won. Let's go. Literally, I thought it was Pepper Banana. I was literally like, let's go. And then I saw it was Marcus. I was like, fuck. Bro, I was like, are you serious right now? I can actually be 26. That's gonna be such a vibe. MotoGP 26. It's gonna be such a vibe. Because it's in a year's time. It's gonna be so good. MotoGP 20.
Hello and welcome to Catalunya in Barcelona for the final round of the World Racing GP season. We're here for MotoGP Minor, which, as you can see, the riders list pretty small because the season already over. Charlie, the world champion, and as you can see, running his champion helmet in wonderful fashion. Let's get a closer look at that. Front gyro cam, all in the gold colours. I haven't really seen many actual gold helmets as of recent in MotoGP. The only ones I could think are Augusto Fernandez when he won in Moto2, Danny Kent in Moto3. Martin had a gold. It wasn't actually a gold helmet, was it? It was more a gold. Just. I don't know. It didn't have the gold helmet feel to it. But anyway, I'm already going on a tangent because I'm here commentating Raceball 95 on this MotoGP Minor session with my co-commentator for English commentary, Papa TTS, who's just returned from Texas.
Yes, just got back. I'm very tired.
As you see, the number one being run by Charlie. But the battle you want to watch on Twitch on Thursday, watch Moto3 and Moto2 on Twitch, then come here on YouTube for MotoGP.
Charlie running the number one, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, world champion. After VSEC announced his retirement very stupidly, in my opinion. He could still win the title, but just gave up. So, anyone you think we should look out for here in qualifying?
It's quite a small session. I would say Charlie.
I would
say Charlie and Azzy, both very consistent.
Yeah,
I reckon
Azzy pole sitter last time out in India.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon Charlie on pole, Azzy second. Maybe Swooz, but don't rule out Swooz. He's been
really fast.
He's very fast.
Yeah, this will be a good opportunity for Van Wessel actually, considering there's only 6 of them in qualifying. So there'll be more on the race day, but I'd say maybe 10 on race day. It's a really good opportunity for Van Wessel to get himself onto these front 2 rows. Here comes Charlie though, up to second, 0.2 off Azzy. This is going to be a long session. Swooz improves.
Only 5 tenths off Azzy. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, for a first lap, not so bad at all. But yeah, the title to be decided in this final round in all classes except this one. Moto3, 3 points between Capeta and Non1 NR, who both start first and second on the grid. In Moto2, 3 points between me and Norbit, as I start third and Norbit starts on pole position. And I will remind anyone who wishes to wildcard in Moto2, €10 can be yours if you take Norbit out at turn 1.
DDoS is internet.
Yeah, to enter on Thursday. If you wish for the invite to the Discord, it's in the description. Just get yourself on the Moto2 bikes for Catalunya. Simply full throttle into turn 1, aim for the red, blue and white bike, and There you go, 10 euros or £10, wherever you're from, is yours. I'm not sure what that is translated to other currencies, such as dong, but I don't know how much dong. Okay, I'll stop now. Okay. Anyway, Suze on a good lap here as he comes around the last corner. So throwing in some transfer rumours, I think Charlie is going to be moving up to MotoGP Major next season as Swooz improves in lap time but not in position. Kaspar has confirmed if he finishes in the top 3 of the championship, he will move up to Moto2 next season. Oh, Swooz! He didn't even validate his lap time there, so I don't know why he cut the chicane. So, but actually, something I am so happy to announce. If you watch the British Talent Cup, I will be commentating on 2 races as part of TNT Sports' new junior journalist program in 2025.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, what? How?
So today,
right.
the date 1st of April 2025, we are qualifying here in Catalunya, MotoGP Minor and MotoGP Major.
Please get you actually got me, bro. Why did I actually think I was about to search up on Google?
So, unfortunately, to bring you some devastating news, if you watch British Superbikes, the reigning British champions OMG Racing will not, and this is not an April Fool's joke, will not be on the grid in 2025, leaving the reigning champion Kyle Ryde and returning champion Bradley Ray without a seat for 2025 due to some commercial issues for the team, which is absolutely devastating, meaning there will only be a singular Yamaha on the grid in the form of Danny Kent. So devastating news to hear in British Superbikes, as the British champion, won't be there to defend his title. Might see him over in Moto America or something for a season. Hopefully Kyle Ryde does find himself, and Bradley Ray and Joe Talbot will find seats on the British Superbikes grid. I think Kyle Ryde, being the champion, obviously will find himself a ride. Maybe, no pun intended. Maybe Yamaha could convert their factory support to the McCann's Martrain team, and then that will become a 2, maybe 3 rider team. That would be mega. What a team it would be to have Bradley Ray, Danny Kent and Kyle Ryde in one team. That would be deadly, especially with factory support. But I'm thinking that's probably, yeah, Martrain, get some factory support, extra funding, and maybe sign Kyle Ryde, and then Bradley Ray maybe moving into a test role in World Superbike. Oh, that was odd. Swooz going in there into the gravel, hitting the wall and staying on the bike. No Jack Miller flip over the handlebars incident. Was that Jack Miller? It was someone on the Mark VDS, MotoGP. Might have been Rabat.
Say that again?
You know, when they hit it went off into the gravel. It was either Jack Miller or Tito Rabat. It went off into the gravel and they went straight into the wall and flipped over the handlebars.
Yeah, that was Jack Miller.
Yeah, Jack Miller. Okay, yeah, I was correct.
Max Chiller.
Yeah. Honestly, some devastating news though for OMG Racing, and we do hope all the best for Kyle Ryde, Bradley Ray, and Joe Talbot. But yeah, MotoGP minor here. Van Wessel up into 5th. So if Van Wessel can get in this top 5, that would be so good for the Dutchman come race day. And he's been so quick, been fighting for those top 5s, but he's just been struggling to stay on that bike. A little Joan Mir-esque. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying earlier about that April Fool's joke, TNT Sports, if you're watching, I think that's a brilliant idea. Junior journalist program, get the next upcoming commentators and pundits in all forms of sports and get them to commentate on lower categories like the British Talent Cup, like whatever you've got in football that's equivalent.
National League.
I don't know. Pop down to the local club and commentate on the Sunday league.
Exactly.
I can't believe I got you for that one.
Bro, that was you got me so
If
well.
I didn't say the date,
yeah, literally,
I had to do it though because I didn't want to start like spreading rumours in the channel. As he was on such a good lap, but unfortunately crashed. But Charlie, looking good in Sector 3, and the world champion. Surely moving up to MotoGP Major. I mean, if you stay in minor, then when you're a champion, minor's sort a bit of the lower category with the slower riders. So surely the champion's going to move up to major. I won't want to stay in minor. Oh, Swoo's fastest first sector. Yeah, as you just said, Charlie moves to the top of the timesheet. Swoo's is on a brilliant lap. What is this from Swoo's? The Frenchman is flying at the moment on the VR40 Ducati. Yeah, just while we've got a few riders, obviously not many riders, so we've got more time to talk about real racing. Spoilers coming your way for World Superbike if you haven't watched it, but what a brilliant weekend of racing after that really boring start to the season in Phillip Island. Did you see it?
I did not.
Well, it was incredible. 3-race battle. All 3 races, intense battles between Nicolo Bulega and Toprak Razgatlioglu. Incredible fights in which resulted in the triple for the reigning world champion. A Swoosh, so close. 300ths of a second off Charlie. Oh. And we've actually just seen, released today, some extra footage of MotoGP 25 with Marco Bezzecchi and Davide Teresi, which showed gameplay of Balaton Park. And another thing which is absolutely amazing, Donington Park. This had been confirmed a few weeks ago. Donington Park will become the British Grand Prix as of 2027.
Oh.
Another one for you.
Bro. Hey, April Furs. Beat it from existence, bro.
Right, this is the time when I usually go scrolling through Instagram to find the latest news in the bike racing. More teams that are, but due to these new disgusting laws in the UK, a lot of teams on British level are actually dropping out. So another official statement from, yes, the name is not, it's called, yes, WTF Racing, We Are the Future Racing, from the Isle of Man TT, who were meant to run, James Hillier and Dom Herbertson, have unfortunately pulled out of road racing for 2025. So yeah, some really bad things happening in British racing at the moment. Cheers for that one, Starmer.
Get that blood out.
Oh, what a shame, what a shame. Motorcycle racing really taking a crumble in the UK at the moment. We need a hero. Come on, Jake, win the championship.
I can see it happening.
I just knew there'd be some more news. Absolutely devastated to hear that for WTF Racing, and all the best for James Hillier and Dom Herbertson to find a ride for the 2025 Northwest 200 and Isle of Man TT. Oh man. Oh, some even bigger news. It's literally popped up seconds ago. Sorry for the silence. But the Jerez Grand Prix, the Spanish Grand Prix, has just been cancelled due to the recent flooding over in Spain, officially confirmed by MotoGP a few moments ago. So no Spanish Grand Prix.
That's big. Bro, stop. I literally went on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, I'll actually stop now. Oh man. Alright then, 4.5 minutes left of this session, and I hope you've enjoyed a bit of our joking around. And obviously, if you didn't see my Instagram story, my first one, Valentino Rossi wildcarding in the BMW F900 Cup.
That's good, I like that one.
Can't wait for that. Seen a lot of wild cards. Valentino Rossi is packing up his season today. Don't know if he's got time for car racing. The amount of people that I've seen are saying that he's racing. News has it he might be racing in MXGP this year.
MXGP.
The April Fool's jokes going crazy. Some unfortunately really devastating news as of today, which is just heartbreaking. So British motorcycle racing really taking a big hit, and hopefully Jake Dixon can reignite the flame. Just heartbreaking to see such an incredible team of OMG Racing, reigning champions with Kyle Ryde, who, well, the factory Yamaha team, British Superbikes, if you don't follow it, unfortunately having to pull out. Oh, it's such a shame.
Swoos is on a lap time here.
What? Some more news, and this isn't an April Fool's joke as well, in the world of British racing, from Paget's Racing. Davey Todd is to ride at 898cc CBR 600RR in the Supersport race at the Northwest 200.
What?
I don't know how that makes sense. So where do they get this 898 engine from?
This could be an April Fool's joke from somebody else.
No, this is an official statement from Paget's Racing.
Yes,
Which are this is the team. This is the team.
Yes, but it still could be April Fool's, no?
11 hours ago, 7 in the morning. Yeah, okay. It seems to me in the comments that it is an April Fool's joke. I didn't think that was a... Yeah, that didn't make any sense. 898cc CBR 600. Okay. Or as it, sorry, I'm not commentating for a second there. Just looking for some more news because it's been coming thick and fast today, even though it's April Fools. Azzy is on a really good lap, but unfortunately crashed. Charlie looking to further solidify his pole position. Yeah, MotoGP majors where it's going to get interesting. I mean, Christian really strong in the sprint race, and obviously Tysok's taking victory in the on the main race. Also, if you're into saving the planet, aka delusional, then you'll enjoy next season World Racing League introducing a Moto E class.
What? Moto E? Is this another April Fool's joke?
It's more directed to the audience, not you.
Bro loves his April Fool's.
Here comes Charlie into the final corner, and this is no joke. This is a brilliant lap from the Brit as the number one comes to the line now. Look at Van Wessel, fastest first sector. the Trackhouse Aprilia. Come on, Van Wessel. He's put together a brilliant first sector. Let's see what he's got. Can he get himself onto the front row? This will be sensational. I'd love to see him on the front row. No! That was so close. So close. Oh my goodness, you see that?
I did not see that.
He nearly hit the grass on the outside. He's got that bike moving all over the place. He might have just lost a bit of time in that second sector then. No, he's keeping it going. But yeah, no fastest. But let's just... Oh, he's running wide. Oh, that's invalid. Oh, wow. Somehow not invalid.
Okay.
But Van Wessel, he's putting together a decent lap here. Somehow, still a valid lap from the Dutchman. As he comes to... Oh, Tom! Up onto fourth on the grid. Van Wessel, he's literally... It looks like he's fighting a bull.
Oh.
Like Marc Marquez riding the 2023 Honda. He's wide there, but he's going to get a good exit. This is so impressive from Van Wessel. It looks like he's really fighting that bike. Oh my goodness! And it's still valid. What? I think we've got lenient track limits warnings here.
Yeah. To the line.
Here comes Van Wessel. Wow.
Oh, doesn't improve.
Anticlimactic there. Alright then, Charlie takes pole position. The champion on pole for the final time. The final MotoGP minor qualifying in MotoGP 24. Buy your copies of MotoGP 25 and join World Racing League. We now have MotoGP Major coming up next. And, oh, this is interesting. Look out, Ride 5 players in the World Racing League, because Adrian is going to be racing in it next season. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, that's very interesting.
You know what else is interesting?
April Fools.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm officially done now. It's over. It's over. I promise. I promise. Now we've got the main show on. There's no time for jokes. It's time for racing. And that's something these guys know how to do best. The top riders, apart from obviously the main esports championship, so while we're waiting, let's talk about real life racing. So how about the performance from that of Jake Dixon in Moto 2? I will not stop the glaze, because you cannot glaze at that performance enough. From start to finish, Grand Slam, top every single session. I don't even think Marc Marquez has done that before.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Great performance though from Jake.
It would have been a Grand Slam up until if he won the race, but you know, we all know how that went down. Actually, no. Well, yeah, actually, no. It wouldn't be a Grand Slam because he got overtaken in the sprint. So no, I don't recall. He must have one. He must do.
Yeah, surely. It's Marc
And
Marquez.
if not, he will have one this season, guaranteed. Saxon ring.
Unless he comes off, which is very Marc Marquez-esque when he's dominating.
Yes. Oh, I can't tell you how tempted I am to pull out another April Fool's joke, but I did promise. I did promise. And now you've got your own space to do your own if you want. Just wait for the right time.
Luckily, the pilots of my plane didn't make any April Fool's jokes while I was on the way home. Good to see quite a big grid. Well,
Yeah,
still
after Moto 3 and Moto 2 and Minor.
Very small.
Minor's not been very good this season, in my opinion. It's definitely been the weakest class.
It's definitely been overshadowed, you know, by Major.
And Moto 2 and 3.
Yeah,
Moto3 has been the best by far. Here's something actually. This isn't directed towards you, Woody. This is directed towards the audience. Just to note out, Casper72 currently third in the championship in Moto3. Just congratulations to him on coming out as gay the other day. We're very proud of him.
Yeah, very great achievement from Casper72.
Yeah, very very good job from him to build up the courage to announce that publicly in the World Racing League Discord server.
Of course, go join the server if you would like to witness that.
Yeah, very interesting reveal. I mean, we had a premiere countdown and everything. Fire show, to be honest. I mean, Casper news dropping in 10, 9, all that kind of stuff, lights flickering and everything, Estonian flags waving, and he came out as a homosexual on the 31st of March 2025. And obviously I'm joking, obviously it's an April Fool's joke. And that is very clearly my last one today. My last one for sure. I promise you, because it's time to go racing in qualifying for the final time in MotoGP Major. It's always good to have a laugh sometimes, especially to celebrate what's been such a successful season in World Racing League history. As we move on to MotoGP 25, we hope you continue to watch with us and enjoy what is the best racing league in the world. It's not European, it's not Asian, it's world. And anyone can join it, and everyone will be appreciated and welcomed to the racing community. So get joining now, and you can find yourself on the Moto3, Moto2, MotoGP Minor and Major grid for the MotoGP 25 in Season 9 of World Racing League. So just to be clear, just to clarify before anyone gets confused, Casper is not a homosexual as far as I know. And that was a simple April Fool's joke. And before I get cancelled, I would have no issue if he was. So, regarding next season, are we going to be seeing any wildcards from Prabhat TTS?
Maybe. Yeah, it kind of depends on the time schedule. I would love to do a little Moto3 or Moto2 wildcard.
Yeah, maybe Valaton Park.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely going to be in the calendar first time out. Hopefully Silverstone makes a return, and hopefully they make some tracks, some classic tracks, eligible for Moto2 and Moto3. I'd love to ride the Moto2 bikes at Donington Park. That would be so good.
That would be great.
So, in terms of the championship, it's leaning a little bit towards Adrian. So I'm just checking the standings now. Adrian leads 12 points ahead of Ty Sox, who comes fresh off the victory in the main race. As Adrian goes to the top of his home race here. Gabriello up into second with a 0.367 off. Giulito and Christian on good laps. Giulito will be one to look out for here, especially his home race. He's so quick here in Catalunya. 134.8 then it is from the number 15. But yes, Ty Sox, 12 points off of Adrian. So he would need, I think, Adrian to finish like in the bottom 8 in both sprint and, well, if Adrian can win in the sprint, if I think Ty Sox finishes outside of the top 10, so last, dead last, and Adrian wins, because therefore that would be 12 points to Adrian, and that would make 24. And there wouldn't, and well, actually no, it would still be in the championship, but the only possible way was for Adrian to disconnect and Ty Sox to win. So very specific circumstances. Do you think Ty Sox will be able to take it to the end and
I think so.
on Thursday?
I think if he can ride a perfect weekend, well not weekend, perfect race.
A bit of bad luck though for the Frenchman, considering that the final round is Adrian's home Grand Prix.
Yeah, that is some bad luck. However, don't rule him out. He's a very fast rider. We know this, of course.
Yeah, on his day, once he gets in the rhythm, we know he can just click like that and find the pace out of nowhere. In qualifying out in India last week, he did look a little bit weak early on, but snatched pole position at the very last second. So always keep an eye out for the Frenchman, who is looking to take the title off Adrian. Sacred Meerkat, actually one to look out for. He's pretty quick here in Catalunya as well. Number 93 has the fastest first sector on board the Yamaha, but it's quite an easy one to get fastest first sector in if you're on a similar level to that of the people in front. So I imagine we'll be seeing that sector 2 dropping in time off of Giulito's lap. But I'd be welcome to see the Brit with a second red sector. Here we go then, and yeah, as I predicted, orange second sector from Sacred Meerkat. And I'm really excited for MotoGP 25. Ty Sox, fastest first sector. Keep an eye out, as we said. The Frenchman looking to win this title on Thursday. But yeah, the closest two, unfortunately, we won't be taking you through, well, in English commentary on YouTube, the finales for Moto 2 and Moto 3. So if you want to catch coverage of Moto 3 and Moto 2, which both of them have 3 points in it for the title, then you'll have to catch that on Twitch. You'll be joining me and Taco for English commentary on Moto 3, and then Capeta and Taco for Moto 2. Maybe the last round, would you perhaps considering commentate Moto 2 with Taco and Capeta?
I could do, definitely, but not too sure because I might have parents evening.
Here comes Ty Sox, so he's on a brilliant lap. Yeah, Gabriello, no! No! Ty Sox would not be happy with that.
Jake up to 5th. Not a bad start from Jake.
Yeah, good job from the track house, Aprilia rider.
Oh, just a bit of news aside from MotoGP 24. There is a BSB 2025 mod for GP bikes being released.
What? Where is this news? I swear if this is the April Fool's joke.
Go on GPB mods.
Motherfucker. Yeah, fair enough. Pitsu, fastest first sector. Adrian, excuse my language. my potty mouth on it here in this qualifying session, but we'll be much more professional come race day, I promise. We're just having a bit of fun, obviously, considering it's the final round, just, you know, chilling back a bit. It's the Easter holidays, obviously happy Easter to anyone that celebrates it, and I don't really know much about it, but if anyone participating in Ramadan this year, hope you, I don't know, yeah, I don't know, finished your streak or whatever. I don't really know how it works with the fasting stuff, but yeah, good luck to you lot. And yeah, happy Easter. Hope you all get your chocolate eggs. I remember, in fact, last year we were commentating on a race on Easter Sunday.
Of course, yeah. I
remember that. I can't even remember. I think that was actually here in Catalunya. It might have been the, I'm not going to mention the league name, but it might have been the Summer Events Catalunya.
This could be true. I'm not too sure though. I don't have that big of a memory.
Oh, actually, it would have been 23, wouldn't it? Because 24 wouldn't have been out by now. 24 came out in June. No, June, the end of May. And Easter's April, so... No, it would have been on GP23, I think, because Catalunya, because we had Season 2, where we commentated on League 2, and we had that huge accident in France. Did we have a Catalunya race? I'll have a look. Oh, it was Sachsenring. That was the one where we got 900 views, and to this day, I'm not going to mention the league, to this day, the most viewed stream on that channel. So you're welcome.
Of course.
Yeah, Ty Socks on a good lap here. Fastest sector 1 and 2. Personal best sector 3. He needs to find something in this last sector here. As Adrian and Christian locking out those top 2 positions. Honda, once again, the strongest manufacturer here. Ty Socks lost a lot in that last sector. Up to 4 for Ty Socks. Oh, that was close. You see that?
I did not see this.
He tried to use Adrian for a bit of slipstream as Adrian was coming out of the pits, and he went into the back of his championship rival. And nearly shot into the back of him, unfortunately. That would have been, well, that would have been devastating. That would have been a huge accident. Thankfully, he managed to keep out of the way of Adrian's behind. I did not mean it like that. Okay, let me fact check this. Pitu, personal best sector 1, look out for him.
You're on David Galina as well, he's on a pretty solid personal best lap. Oh, he goes up to 7. Pitu doing very well to keep up with names like Ty Socks, Julito, Christian and Adrian. He's only 2/10 off Adrian. So great to see from Pitu.
Yeah, good job so far. Obviously, he was fast in Motegi, wasn't he? But unfortunately, had that crash. And I believe it was Sachsenring. Video was posted, no, 3rd of March. So when? Well, let me search up. When was Easter? Oh, Ty Socks has ran out of fuel just before starting another lap there. I don't know what he was thinking. Starting another lap. I would have just gone into the pits. (31st of March). So I think that might have been Austria. I don't know if it was.
There's definitely one.
31st of March. Oh, Aragon.
Oh.
Yes, I remember now. Yeah, Aragon. And a lot of riders from that race in MotoGP Minor, Moto2 and Moto3 today. You know, Modesto Mena, Hondo briefly, obviously not around anymore, unfortunately. We need the Slovenian back in MotoGP 25. So hopefully he come to MotoGP 25 World Racing League. And set up his famous practice lobbies.
Yeah, great little
Daily practice lobbies. So Christian on a decent lap at the moment, personal best sector 1. I saw someone in that top 3 crash. I'm not quite sure who it was. I think it was Giulito. But let's see what Christian's got. We'll see whether it was him that crashed in sector 2. Gabriello's got personal best sector 1 though. No, it wasn't Christian, it was Giulito. Let's see if he's got anything for his brother though, the LCR Honda. The Spaniards, in terms of brothers, doing really well for themselves right now. I mean, you got Christian and Adrian, you got the Marquez brothers. Oh, Ty Sox, fastest first sector. Looking to make things interesting, as the Gresini rider usually does. Looking to make it a title for Gresini Ducati in minor and major. Oh, super wide. He's going to square it off nicely though.
Very well, yeah.
I don't know if he's going to keep it going though in this second sector. He's got really close to the inside curb there, but so far a relatively clean lap, which could get him onto the front row if he sticks in. Yes, fastest second sector from Ty Sox. Come on, Ty Sox, make this interesting. We want a championship fight. Here he comes in onto the back straight. The Frenchman in contention. Gabriello into 5th, a thousandth of a second off of Ty Sox's lap time, but not for long because Ty Sox is on the roll. He gets so close to the inside curb and so close to the outside green. That might have dropped him off a bit there. Oh, Christian, faster first sector as well. The laps are coming in now. These big number laps. Well, low number obviously, but yeah. I mean, these big in terms of position laps. So Ty Sox comes around the last corner now. The Frenchman looking to take pole. And he does! A brilliant lap. 134.6 from Ty Sox. Fantastic lap. And now Adrian's got to respond. He's going to come out of pit lane any moment now, I'm sure. But starting from pole might not be the way to go when you're fighting for a championship. I mean, that just especially if your rival's on the front row, that gives them every opportunity to just send you packing in turn 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Then again, Christian is there to perhaps do the same to Ty Sox. So, but Christian is very much of a rider who rides his own race. We've seen it before in MotoGP Esport back in the days when Adrian was fighting for his 2nd world title. Christian very much riding for himself back when he was on the Suzuki. His teammate though, V&V killed the knives, struggling. Might be able to get ahead of Jake here. No, he's ran it super wide there. The number 22. Giulito on a decent lap. Just under a tenth of a second off of Christian, so he'll be really trying to get onto the front row here at his home Grand Prix. That'll be really good for Giulito, as he gives the Pramac Ducati the send-off. He'll be hoping, yeah, fastest second sector. As I just said, he'll be hoping to give Pramac Ducati the send-off it deserves as we head into MotoGP 25. The season begins late May, so keep your eyes peeled on the grid of all classes for next year. Keep your eyes on Twitch actually, because there will be a stream deciding the randomizer, deciding the Moto3 and Moto2 seats for next season. I'm praying for Mark VDS, please. I can say that now because I know for a fact that I won't be with my current team next season, as they are no longer on the 2025 grid. But here comes Giulito. Is it pole position? His own Grand Prix? It is! Brilliant lap from Giulito. 0.004 of a second quicker from Ty Sox. Fantastic from the Spaniard. He'll be so happy with that. Adrian has responded though. Fastest first sector for the championship leader. This might be his worst qualifying yet, Adrian, if he remains in third. But Giulito, valid lap, so Giulito's done. He will not be improving. Adrian, this is his last shot at a lap time. Let's see his sector 2 here as he comes out of this really tight hairpin where we saw Pecco Bagnaia crash up the lead in the sprint race. He's dropped off. He has dropped off. What can he find in the 3rd and 4th sector to steal that dream first pole position from Giulito's hands?
Dirty tactics from Giulito. He's like purposely slowing down Tysox so he can't.
Tysox wasn't on a lap.
No, yeah, but he was coming out of pits and he was trying to get to the finish line in time.
No, he wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it. The gap was it was under 1 minute 30 when Tysox came out of the pits.
Exit the pits, and it's a 1:34 lap, so it's all possible. However, Giulito has been.
Yeah, well, but if you clip it, and then you might be able to put that under review. Let's see what Adrian's got though. Can he find something in the last sector? He will actually get another go, and he is going to roll off. He's going to go for a wide entry into this last corner to really have an attack now. It's Super Pole time from Adrian. If you're familiar with the BSB format, Christian's on the fastest first sector. David Galigna's on the fastest first sector. It's an all-out attack for your championship leader, who prepares to snatch pole position from Giulito's hands.
Tysox has got another lap in.
That's important for the Frenchman, who did have a bit of a rough sector 3, despite it being fastest. Room to improve, but look at the, oh wow, Pitu with the fastest first sector as well. Christian is done, fastest first sector, but his lap is done. Giulito, look at all these red sectors. This is huge for the last round. Adrian, can he keep it going? Tysox not improving in sector 1, but still somewhere, room to, oh wow, oh, Giulito's down, okay. David Galigna now could bring something to the table. Could he get himself onto the front row? Perhaps the 9. Adrian's down! Adrian is down. Can David Galigna get himself onto the front row now? And perhaps take the front row off for Adrian. This will be huge for the championship. Let's see what the outgoing champion can do as he moves back to the number 23 from number 1. Crashes all over the board. And now we wait for David Galigna. Will it be a front row? I didn't see. No, he improves in time, but not in position. But Giulito, a magical pole position in Catalunya. Brilliant send-off for Pramac Ducati as he heads up the grid for Thursday, ahead of Tysox and Adrian, the 2 title contenders. Wow, what a dramatic end to that qualifying session. And don't forget to join us on YouTube for English commentary for the final round of MotoGP Minor and Major. And I'll remind you to watch Moto3 and Moto2 on Twitch as we give MotoGP 24 the send-off it deserves. Thank you very much for joining us, and once again, catch us from around 7:30 PM on Thursday. Thank you very much for watching. That was your last qualifying on MotoGP 24. Thank you and good night.